My name is Jay Auburn and I'm a musician and producer, and I'm also the creative director of DBS Pro. DBS Pro is the commercial arm of DBS Music, and we're a creative audio studio, music production studio based in Bristol.
Okay, so I'm Pete Day. I'm the program leader for the FDA at DBS Music Plymouth, and I'm recording engineer, mix engineer and producer.
My name is Katie May. I'm I'll be a full-time assistant engineer at Real World Studios starting September, but otherwise I do freelance mix work and rock engineering obviously at university, but now I'm a free graduate.
And the producer role, you know, everyone's got a different take on actually what it means and what it encompasses. You know, it can be as much about sound engineering, about, you know, working with the musicians, writing the music, fixing sessions, doing risk assessments. You can cover all manner of things, just essentially to get the idea captured and then taken all the way to being out there in some shape or form.
Mainly it's, when I'm at Real World, it's making sure clients are happy. So obviously there's the technical side that goes along with that, patching microphones and fault finding and making sure the setup's running smoothly, but there's a big social side to it. So just chatting to the clients, making them tea and coffee, making sure they know where the bathrooms are, really basic stuff. Essentially
just putting the cherry on the cake, the final touches to actually put the balance and everything correct, and make sure everything comes out of the speakers in your face, essentially.
And so I guess what I'm doing often is taking quite artistic, expressive, emotional language that an artist might talk to me about, and then turning that into technical reality. And you know, it's a job that is a marriage between, you know, an artistic practice and a technical, you know, practice.
I love listening to good records. So if I can be part of making or creating a good record, is the easiest and the best mixes that you'll ever do is where you've got a fantastic record to start with.
You know, I always wanted to be, you know, to make my own records, and that is, you know, it's an element of what I do now. But you know, working with other artists is a big part of what I do as well.
But I was at work just for 2 days this weekend, and it was a big session. We were setting up a massive session basically in a short amount of time. And I realized how much I love just the flow of it all. It's super quick. Your time passes so quickly when you're, you know, moving mic stands super quickly, you're coiling cables up, you make sure everything's nice and neat while looking after clients. Every day is different, which is brilliant. By far, probably my favorite part is you get to be in the room with a band when something magical happens, and that is like an absolute privilege sometimes. If it's a band you really like, or it's a band you don't know but they happen to be really good musicians, and you get to hear that vocal take that makes, you know, your goosebumps, gives you goosebumps, that sort of stuff I find incredible.
When I started, I was always worried about using techniques and trying to copy other people and what they'd done in their mixes. And there was a moment, and I can actually recall it, where I actually went, no, I'm going to mix this exactly how I want to mix it. And all of a sudden, that's when everything clicked. I was trying not to please other people, particularly when you've got more than one person, and actually made the mix work for myself. And I've never looked back from that point.
I do wish that I knew more about the social side of it all. I think, like, I'm an introvert by nature, but I've definitely come out of my shell a lot more from doing that year, because you are around people all the time, and it is such a client-based industry, and I never got told that at university or before. So I think that was a bit of a challenge, just getting used to the learning curve that was being around people all the time, because we did 12-hour days, so I would do 12-hour days as well, 13, 14-hour days quite a lot of the time. And not really being able to, it sounds bad, but that was a weird one for me, but I definitely found my footing, and now I see it as an absolute benefit. So yeah, realizing that there is a social side to it. It's really important.
So a piece of advice I would give to anyone starting out as a mix engineer is practice, practice, practice. It's the only way you can do it. And try and do as many different genres as you can, because you might just find a genre that you didn't even think that you liked or were actually good at, and that could be essentially your new career path.